Hello everybody, this is King and welcome back to my video. Today I'll be showing you how Seraphs are broken. And by God, are they broken. They are one of the best attackers in the game so far, right next to the martial artist. And I believe they do give martial artists a run for their money. They do a huge burst of damage in exchange for depleting some of their HP. However, they are a most welcome party member to my roster. I do use Seraphs and martial artist almost consistently on my party build. So let's go ahead and go over how Seraph is broken. I'll go over the gems, accessories, skills, and arts. Then I'll do some demonstration, and then I might go a little bit further into it at the end of it, and then we'll just conclude the video from there. Okay? Alright. For gems, I do have them as Empowered Combo 6, Steady Striker 6, and Double Strike 6. As for their skills, they have Beast Mode, which grants awakening when damage taken exceeds 35% of maximum HP, which is great, but it just happens every now and then. I don't really revolve my strategy around that. Boost damage dealt by 80% when HP is at 80% or lower. This is also great, but the strategy isn't really built around that. It's just like later in the game or when they're low HP they do a lot of damage. Greatest Warrior boosts damage by 30% for every enemy in battle, so they already have a passive 30% for one target. Boost damage dealt to top bold and launch targets by 100%. I don't really deal with this, but it does happen often because my parties do a lot of toppling. Not launching so far, I kind of like heading towards the burst route. For the master skills, I have a Fighting Prowess, which is something you get from a rank 5 Ogre. Boost damage dealt by physical arts by 40%, which is crucial. Dance of Barrages, which is you get something from a Troubadour at rank 5. 11% chance to keep recharge when using art is basically a no pawn strap in the form of a skill. Ultimate Qigong. I will never say this right. Qigong. I think it's Qigong, honestly. I'm 99% sure, but it ignores 40% of the enemy's physical defense when landing a hit, and this is crucial. It's a difference between 20 and 40,000, really. It does so much damage. And as for the accessories, the auto build has it set for Carbon Gloves and Victor Gauntlets. Now, I agree with this to an extent. I agree with this if you're going to have the AI take over and just let the AI handle this. I would definitely give them a Victor's Gauntlet and maybe Carbon Gloves because Seraphs have one of the lower dexterities in the game. Martial artists, you don't have to worry too much, but when it comes to Seraphs, you do have to pay attention to their accuracy. So I agree with that. Ceramic Belt boosts attack by 30%. I agree with that as well, but that's not what we're going to be using them for today. I'm going to be taking away the Carbon Gloves and I'll be taking away the Victor's Gauntlet. You know, I might bring the Carbon Gloves back, but what I want to do is add a Gust Bracelet. So if we have a Gust Bracelet in here somewhere, I want to add that. Yep. Thank you. I'll be taking that. And then let's see if we can have a animation cancel. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that notion. Carbon Gloves. He needs accuracy, folks. Like, if he misses, it just defeats everything. So this is pretty much how I want to do it. As for his art, I have him with Flame Lord, Quick Draw, Infernal Dance, Demolition, Leveling Fire, and Cross Impact. Now, how I like to do this is with the Gust Bracelet, I will start off with Fusion Arts. I'll fusion into Flame Lord Quick Draw, Leveling Fire, Cross Impact into Infernal Dance, Demolition. So what this will do is, this will give the Quick Draw and Flame Lord will charge his Imprian Salvo by maybe 2/3 because it has a recharge gauge of 3. So this is considered a 1 positional, 2 positional. So you'll do that and it'll be 75% or it'll be 2/3 of the way charged. You'll go from Leveling Fire, Cross Impact. It'll boost your damage by 50% and the expense of your HP, but it'll also grant you Power Charge. And with that, you'll Fusion Art into Infernal Dance and Demolition, which is your highest power multiplier, 360 and 410. Causes Blaze as well. So it'll do anywhere between 40 to 50k whenever you have power charge applied to it. And then the blaze with power charge applied to it, it'll do anywhere between, I believe, 4k, but I have seen it go as low as 2k. Empyrean Salvo, when the debuff is blaze, it basically does 4 to 5k passively. I don't really see a reason to have power charge applied to Empyrean Salvo. Empyrean Salvo does anywhere between, like, it just does one single hit of 50k, so you can get 100 from Fusioning Art, Demolition, and Infernal Dance versus just 50k from Empyrean Salvo. But if you have the opportunity to power charge into Empyrean Salvo, I'll do it, but I just don't recommend it. So let's go ahead and see how this works out in play, okay? I believe I only have one tank. No, I do have 2 tank for this, so that's good. Alright, let's go. We'll go Flame Lord into Leveling Fire, into Infernal Dance. And this time it did only 32k, but that's fine. And then we're just going to keep waiting until we get Quick Draw to Flame Lord recharged. Once we get that, we're going to animation cancel into that and then into Empyrean Salvo. And it's game over. Bam! 73,000. That's pretty much the rotation. And then once that's done, you're going to restart the first rotation. The one that you just saw. So it's basically that 1-2 step. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, right? So that's what's going to happen. It's going to go from Flame Lord, Quick Draw, Fusion Arts into those two, into Leveling Flyer, Cross Impact. You go from there into Infernal Dance to Demolition, and you go back to Flame Lord, Quick Draw, into Empyrean Salvo, and it repeats Flame Lord, Quick Draw, Leveling Fire, Cross Impact, Demolition, and it just goes from there. That's why I wanted to have the Gust Bracelet, because it just makes the initial tempo really nice and easily. Instead of waiting for your left side of the arts to charge up and then you can continue your tempo, it just goes right into it. If you don't care and you want to put an AI into it, I'll definitely put, where is that skill? Let's see, increased damage. I'll give him that damage increase. So I'll either give him, where is it? I think I missed it. Yeah, I'm way past it. I passed it. Where are you? 55. I'm looking for. There we go. Here we go. I'll do Victor's Gauntlet. Deals 60% more damage, but takes 20% more damage. It fits the Seraph's style to a T. Or I would do something else, which is, where is it? Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Is this it? Nope. It's basically this, like boost damage by 21% for every enemy in battle, but the opposite. You can either do this or the opposite. I think I have a high percent one right here. So boost damage dealt by 55% per enemy defeated to a maximum of 250%. So it's basically, I believe it's called the Empyrean Salvo. Is it? Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? Man, am I bad with names. I think I passed it. Yeah, I definitely passed it. Is it up here? Looking for a 55. There we go. Okay, yeah, Victor's Gauntlet. So it's basically like a Victor's Gauntlet, but for one enemy. So if you kill multiple enemies or you're in a group, this I would definitely go for the former one, which is a lot better. You can go from like 200% damage multiplier, and it gets pretty nutty. So we can definitely do that, but again, like I said, I wouldn't recommend it. I just like having the initial tempo be consistent instead of having for me to wait until it goes back to fully charged for everything. I'd rather just go right into it. But if, like I said, if you have the AI control and just give them one of those 2 accessories, and you're good to go. I'm going to try this one more time to see if I can actually get like the 50k. So it goes anywhere between like 30 to 50k. If you use the other accessory I mentioned, it does anywhere between 60 to 80k for those 2 attacks, which is pretty nice. So let's see if we can get that tempo in again. So Flame Lord into Leveling Fire, into Inferno, which will do, boom. That one only did 25k and 40, but you see. And then the burn does 3.2k, which is nice. So animation cancel into this, and then back into Empyrean Salvo. Well, you weren't even able to use it. He died way before then. So it's like that. That's pretty much all she wrote, folks. hopefully you found that helpful. I pretty much love Seraphs. I love Seraphs and Martial Artists. They're my favorite class. Right now I have my party built to the where they're just ranking up. So this is like my trash build. Per definition, trash build is just a class I want to rank up from 1 to 10, or a class I haven't optimized yet. So it's fairly nice. I really like it. Hopefully you find that video informative or helpful. Be sure to follow me for more Xenoblade 3 content. I do post daily. And feel free to leave a comment on what your opinions and thoughts are, what classes you prefer, and how do you build your Seraphs. And I'll see you all in the next one.